Hello there, everyone. It's Cal. I am doing a live video to kick off 2024 on my channel. I've been away for probably about 6 months just because I don't really have any good reason except that I was busy doing other things and just wasn't inspired to do a video. And I was also just kind of struggling with like what direction should I go with my videos now. So anyhow, I thought, well, why not just get back to what I love doing, which is doing junk journals. And so that's what we're going to do. And then I was looking through some of my things, and there was this image of this girl getting ready to go on an adventure, and it says, start where you are. And so I think that's going to be a great idea. I'm not going to go back and try to say what's happened in the last 6 months or anything like that. Just I've been creating on my own. I've been finishing up a 10-year journey of teaching classes about art and writing. And in November, I closed that out. And now I'm going to just be focusing on my art and my creativity, and then just using this platform to share that with others and encourage others to discover their creative selves. And yeah, and I'm sort of as part of closing out Sold Air, I am also kind of just taking a year off before I make any decisions about what I'll do next. So that's another good reason to start where I'm at and not try to figure out and predict the future. And I've really been having fun just doing some of my own things and developing um, kind of a system. I was writing in my journal today about this, like a commonplace system. So a commonplace journal is a place where people used to like record everyday things, quotes, recipes, and they had it, probably in their kitchen, I imagine, and they would write things in. And I am not a one journal person. I've tried it, but it doesn't really work. And so I am going to embrace my multiple journal self. And I love packaging. And so I have right as of right now probably about 4 or 5 journals going. One is a big studio yearbook. I can't get it into the camera. Maybe I'll put a picture of it later, but it's more for my own personal use anyhow. So it's not something I have to share or need to share. One thing that I am doing a little differently is this is a pretty big book also. It's about 12 by 12 by 9. So I see hearts and smileys, but I cannot see who's there. So hello, whoever you are. um, you can comment if you want and leave me a message. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh, I do see one person here, but they didn't say who it was. So anyhow, so this book is what I'm calling a sample book, and I'm just putting little samples of things in on the page and doing more of like a catalog than a collage. This was a project that I worked on this winter, making a pillows for my couch. So I'm really enjoying that. And then I won't flip through all of that because it's hard to do. And then for just my general note taking, collage making, junk journal self, I have this journal. And it is made out of a Reader's Digest cover with some fabric on the back here. And yeah, and then just looks like winter. So each one I'm going to have for each season. And then I haven't sewn the pages in yet. And I'm not sure if I will. And I've just actually been just kind of keeping quotes in this one, talking about slowing down, doing some sketching and doodling, taking some notes, keeping track a little bit more of what I'm watching on YouTube so I can go back and refer to that. And if I want to make something from a YouTube video, then I know where it's at. Here's a little poem about scraps: saving, collecting, recycling, accumulating, plenty of inspiration. So Yeah, if you want to say who's here and say hi in the comments, I'd love to know who's here. I'm sorry, I didn't really look at all the settings to see how to figure that out, so I'll leave that up to you guys. Yeah, so I've just been having fun adding little things and um, just enjoying my papers that I've made over the last year or so, trying out crayons and colored pencils, something new for me. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm doing each month, and then I'll make a new one for February. And then I have been following Junk Journal January, and this was my um, journal for that. And it's almost, we only have 2 days left in January now. Unbelievable. So I basically, um, I really love the holiday season. And so this time of year is really hard for me because I miss all the holiday get togethers and all that. So I tend to just hibernate and just tuck in for January. And so it was good that I had this kind of like daily prompt thing. I didn't do it every day on the day, but I did keep up with it. So if you're interested in Junk Journal January, then check out Meg Journal's page, and she has the prompts there. And you can do the prompts anytime. You don't have to do them just in January. Again, this was a fun book that I put together with random papers and just added scraps and bits and pieces that I had in a little box that I put aside for this um, these prompts. It's nice to gather things together for a project instead of having to go searching for it all. So I've been trying to do that a little bit more, and that's what we're going to talk about next. And once I get past doing this little flip through. So and I always find cool quotes, and I don't always put them in my journal. So I'm trying to add those kind of things. This is a cool pocket that I haven't put anything in yet. Here's a little bit of, I still do like magazine clue booking, so and put that in some magazine stuff. I'm liking how my little sketches are coming to life in this book with colored pencils. This was a stamp that I colored in and then kind of drew a little window. And then this was like a little peek through window. And then this was about books, and I made a little book, but it's stuck in there. I stapled it in by mistake. So it's just a little some folded paper folded in half. And then this is texture and fabric, a little house, and a little tag. I like this quote too. If you have a garden and a library, you have everything you need, by Cicero. And today was geometric, and I just glued down a piece of scrapbook paper that I enjoyed that had geometric shapes on it. And then there's 2 pages left for travel and reflect. And then that will be the end of that little book. And I am going to make a little daily prompt book for February too, because I enjoy having that kind of container for daily things. So, starting where I'm at, I've been for months collecting packaging and wanting to make a junk journal out of packaging that I've collected. And I just have some various vintage things here. And this was from packaging from some pens that I bought recently. This is a vintage pen refill. This was from Kane's cup. So I'm just going to move this stuff to the side. This was from a avocado box. I'll show you the box later, but I really like this goodness awaits because that's what a fresh day and a fresh year brings. I am inspired by Lynn at A Bit of Birdsong. She does a lot of these, what she calls garbage or junk, junk journal, where she just takes her packaging and puts it in a journal. So I have various pieces. Some are vintage that I've collected, and some are some papers that I cut out for the gel plate. So let's talk about the packaging now. Here's some more packaging. This is um, just one thing about packaging that I like is the design on it. So this has little llamas. Whoops. I'm at my other table and it bounces a little bit more. So, and this was for, oh, Sugar Bell. Little Sugar Bell containers I got to put glue in. Always a coffee sleeve is good. This is a good local St. Louis coffee shop. So those I feel like all could go in without doing anything to them. They have good graphics and design, and they would be something in of themselves to put in there. And I like the idea of this glue stick box because I like glue sticks, right? But I also just see that each piece here could be something, right? This could be, cut this flap off here and you have a little pocket. And then I just have some stuff that I would probably use more like, I just like that design. I like this, was from some wallpaper, vintage wallpaper. I like the numbers and the font. This was some crochet thread. And my niece's name's Lydia, so I like that. Our little dog, we had to take to the emergency vet a couple times last year, so I have this packaging to remind me of that. This was from a trip a couple years, 2 years ago, and I just like the picture of this lady named Ruth Hanley Bowie, and she made candy in Kentucky. So add her somewhere. This was some ads from Shane Company at Christmas, and I just thought that these would make cool pages. So then we have some small things and a little book cover from a Tide table. This was a box of that I got some business cards in, and this one I think looks like a little house. Okay, let's put it this way. So cool. And then this one is fun because it could be fun interactive. It opens up. You got a fun image there. And this is just a little small one, and I cut all the flaps off of this. This was a little box that I got some watercolor paint in, and I thought the font and the design of this is pretty and a good reminder of things that I've had gotten. Let's see. So now I'm gonna bring over the big pile of stuff, and there's quite a bit here. I might not necessarily use it all. There's a flat piece that you could make into a tag. Another gift guide. This was from the art museum, and it opens up like this, and then it opens up like this. So this could be a nice center piece in the journal, and then you could build, lots of different areas in that. This was a cracker box, which I just cut the front off of it. And this kind of, I have to put it in sideways, but I like, again, the flaps. This was from some pumpkin cider in October, and this one has lots of flaps too that you can incorporate, go up and down like that. This goes this way, but I would probably put it in like this. Nice white space to color in. This was a hat from an event that I went to in October, and I want to put that in my journal. And then just more packaging. This was one that I used the inside to just clean paint off on, but what I liked, the reason I kept it, because it says makers wanted. This is the avocado. This one's got lots of windows and images and flaps, and you can't see the whole thing in this camera, but you get the idea. This was packaging from a bakery here in town, and I saved the top from the when we had the little party for Sold Air. Again, just cool. I like the crackers and the packaging. I like these Velveeta crunchy things. I like the ones that have kind of, I like both white and brown interiors. This is some coffee that's really good and has Fun Bird on it. Another cover from Old Road Atlas. Let's see if I can bring this up a little bit. Okay, I don't know if that really zoomed this out that much. And then this was some paints that I bought. And I like that it has the windows in it. You can go either way. You can go this way. You can cut pieces off. So those are what I've collected for, and these I would make mostly into pages in the book. As far as construction of a book like this, sometimes I start with the cover when I'm making a journal, but for this one, I feel like you got to start with the pages and then see what cover will fit. I have this plastic bag that had a fashion coffee table book in, and I think this would make a nice cover. I also have this cool cardboard cover that says Inspired Soup, and I've already kind of folded it so that it could be a cover like that. So anyhow, that's kind of where I have started with, got cover ideas, got page ideas, and before I go, I'll just show you a couple other little things that I think will be fun to put in for like pockets and little embellishments. So, and if you like to sew, saying the word sew, if you like to use a sewing machine for this kind of stuff, these are fun things to sew in, like this plastic paper, not paper, plastic from a bouquet of flowers. It was from the fall, but it has a nice botanical feel. And I already showed you some of my vintage things. This is just, again, got numbers and different things like that. And could be like a little journal card. This little box could be made into some kind of pocket, or maybe even just like tabs on pages. You could use this part for like a tab. I was keeping some of the food that I had over the holidays, and these could make some interesting collages or a pocket. I like to get these things that, especially at the holidays, we have traditions of what we eat, and I like to remember that. So this is good too. The Funky Milky, how is that? Werther's original candies. I thought this would make a cool pocket. These two candies, of course, would make a cool pocket. You can cut them down. And this would be interesting to possibly put in like a page and then either sew on it or see what kind of paints would go on it. These are from tea bags, and they make nice clear little pockets so that you can see through. Let's see if I can go over. Here, I had one. Anyway, you can see things in the pocket, and it's cute like that. Get buried. And then these were some candy. So again, a cool pocket, or it could be a fun page. And it's fun to hear all the, or you could put two pages together. Like, I mean, you could, like this packaging, you could sew these together with some fabric, and then you'd have two big pages like that. So lots of ideas. Let's see, is there any other ideas I wanted to share? Like I said, I was inspired by Lynn at A Bit of Bird Song, and actually got a fun pack from her last year, and I haven't even showed that yet either. So let's remind ourselves what's in here. So she puts together these recycled things that she purchases and puts them into a fun pack. So it's got some uh, velveteen ribbon, a piece of fabric, some other upholstery type fabric. This is fun. I'm glad I saved this because I feel like this color, I forgot this was a piece of like a pant sample. Anyway, those colors are what I'm into right now. This nice gray ribbon, some tulle. There's some angels for Christmas, but can still use them any time of the year. some little dotted polka dot fabric, and these cute little fairy like flower things. Some pink ribbon. This is perfect. And like I said, I forgot what color schemes was in here, but this will be perfect for this time of year. And she sent me a little notebook that I can tuck in somewhere. Some scrapbook. Oh, these are cool. They're like scrap um, paper, except that they're on. I guess you could cut letters out with them or something, possibly in a die cut. But anyway, you could do anything with them. That's a good idea. Use a die cut on those, Cal. And then just little things, bits and pieces that'll be fun to add to the pages. Little stickers and tags. So very excited to put this together, and then when I get it all put together, I will come back and do a flip through. Looks like there was another envelope in here. Let's see what was in this envelope. So this is fun because it's like Christmas all over again because I didn't even remember what was in here. But there's some long brads and some little chipboard things. Again, perfect for the colors that I'm going for right now. Purples and pinks and turquoise and then and then this is like a thing that you can put a tag in and it goes over top of a page. And then in the pack also, so this is a lot. You get a lot in the packet. I don't remember what I paid for it. I think between $25 and $30. But then you get all these papers too. I'm excited that these are going to go together well with my packaging. And I look forward to making things with these. I won't go through all of them, but here, this is a nice illustrations, like a children's book, I think. Very cool. Black and white. Here's some like paper blues and golds. Some recipe pages. Oh, this is fun. This is an old record cover thing. Some music paper. Some CD envelopes. A white envelope. Some more vintage. I did it my way. That's fun because I my mom and I have started doing embroidery. Let's see, more stuff. Cool vintage things. Some more children's. Some drawing from art books. Music paper. More gestural figures. Drawing the hands and the head. Very fun. Very, very fun. So, well, I will link a bit of birdsong and Meg journals and anybody else that I mentioned today in the description. And y'all have a great evening. I'll see you next time. Bye.